Hi there. My name is Ricky Baxter, and I am a writer, author, and public speaker. I've published about 13 novels to date over the span of 10 years, and I also provide workshops across the UK to schools, colleges, universities, and events and the like. So today, I want to talk to you a little bit about a workshop I often provide, and that is called the three-act structure. Now, the three-act structure is something that all storytellers follow. Sometimes it can be a very strict following of this rule, sometimes a little bit loose, but it's always there. And I'm going to explain this to you, and we're going to have some fun with this. So, firstly, before we get stuck in, I'd like to ask you, what is your favorite film? You got it? Your favorite film. Now keep that in the back of your mind, because this will make sense. Okay, so back to the three-act structure. Every story follows these three key points. And the first point is known as the inciting incident. What comes to your mind when you think of inciting incident? It's kind of a little self-explanatory, and you probably already got it, but it's essentially the key point that gets the story going. Every protagonist needs that starting point. It's that moment in the very beginning that sets the hero off on their journey. Think of Spider-Man, think of Batman, think of Lord of the Rings, think of Harry Potter. If the incident hadn't occurred, the protagonist would have no reason to start their journey. So the inciting incident is that starting point, right? Where the protagonist moves forward on their journey. They start their journey. They often are struggling with something, so they have lost something, right? So if they were whole and if they were full, again, they would have no reason to start their journey. So the inciting incident is that key starting point that sets them off on their journey. So then they go along their journey, making friends along the way, having interesting and amazing encounters, maybe traveling the world along their journey to find something that they've been missing, right? And they're doing so well. They're doing amazingly well until they get to the second point, which is known as the turning point or midpoint. This is that bit in the story where you, the audience, are left kind of shocked, like, oh my goodness, right? I never knew that. Something that really, impacts the protagonist, something that causes them to question their journey. And you think of a few examples, or even with your favorite film, where that point is. I'll give you a little help with this as well. Think of Star Wars. That moment where Luke is told that Darth Vader is his father. That moment, no, I am your father. You, the audience, are left shocked. You're baffled, right? Is that moment where the protagonist is left wondering, what do I do now? How can I possibly go on, right? So they start their journey with the inciting incident. They've lost something. They want to be whole. They have a journey they need to complete. And then they get to the turning point. Bam. How do I move forward? What do I do now? So usually the main character, the protagonist, they question their journey. And they often think of giving up, right? I bet the wheels are turning now, isn't it, with this? And then, typically, they're friends, family, allies, something gives them the strength to continue. So they keep going. They keep going, keep going, keep going until they get to the climax of the story. Okay? And oftentimes, at the end of this climax, this can also be associated with the resolution. The resolution is where everything makes sense at the end. They're a different person from who they were in the very beginning. They're not the same. They may be a bit stronger. They're wiser. They've changed for the better in most cases. So there you have it. You have the inciting incident, the turning point, and the climax. And this, in a nutshell, is the 3-act structure that is used throughout every story. Now, I asked you in the beginning what your favorite film was. Could you identify those 3 points? If you had done that, then fantastic. You clearly know the 3-act structure. Now, moving forward, when you are watching a film or reading a book or going to the theatre, I'd love for you to identify those 3 points, and you will be pleasantly surprised how almost every storyteller follows that. Okay, well, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it, and I look forward to seeing you again. Bye for now.